Welcome back into Lansing Eastern Stadium. We had a friendly today between Lansing Common Robins taking on Victory FC today on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, the final day of May before June starts. I'm Josh Lee, joined with my partner Jack Van Winkle. And Jack, it's been a little while for you and I to do a call together.
Yes, but the good news is for me, my partner for the last two games that we've done has also been named Josh. So it'll be easy, the transition from one Josh to another. I'm excited. It's good. Friendly here at Eastern Stadium. Robins are right now in the driver's seat. They can win their next couple games to catapult themselves into first place in Midwest Premier League play. But, of course, today is a friendly, so league standings are unaffected for either team. It'll be intriguing to see who gets some time today on the pitch for the Robins, as many different reserves will get a lot more playing time than usual, and should be a good one here between the Robins and the visitors.
Yeah, completely. You bring it up in Midwest Premier League play. Robins currently sit in fourth on 4 points, but they've actually played the least amount of games in their division, only playing 2 games, picking up 4 points out of those 2 games, currently sitting at the top of the standings, Midwest United FC, having played the most games at 4 points and only having 7. So if the Robins win their next game in Premier League play, they're right up there at the top.
Absolutely.
Which is the ultimate goal for this club.
Right, it absolutely is. And the second place finish a year ago, and they're right there. They've been right there for so many years, and now a chance for Lansing Common to really catapult themselves to the top of the league. And, of course, Goshen City FC, the champions of last year's season, lost a game in league play, so they're still in second place. But, 1927 SC came to town a couple of weeks ago, and that was a 1-1 draw. We'll get into that in a little bit. But, the Common Robins have just a couple more games. If they can get those 2 done, they'll put themselves in first place.
And you bring it up last time, before we get to the last time that they were here at Lansing Eastern Stadium, last time they faced Midwest United, I believe it was last Friday, and they took home the 2-0 win thanks to 2 goals from Extreme Hauk.
Yeah, he's been on fire all season long. He got things going early in the couple friendlies the Lansing Common played in the beginning of the season, and he also had a goal against the first league game here at Eastern Stadium, and then he has contributed in so many different ways other than on the scoreboard. And in that game right there, it was the one game that I think it was a 7-0 victory over Livonia.
I believe so. I was
in the second week of the season. You weren't here. It was me and Josh. But 7 goals were scored in that game by 6 different players, and Extreme also had 2 in that game as well. So he's been on fire no matter where he's played this season for Lansing Common. Today, not in the lineup, is Extreme, so we won't see any Extreme plays here at Eastern Stadium today, but rest assured, there'll be more as the season progresses.
I fully expect it, but now let's get back into the game that you're talking about. Last time out here at Lansing Eastern Stadium, I was not here. It was you, Josh Pugh, who's in the booth with us, sitting right behind us, and yourself that were on the call. But the Robins found themselves behind for majority of the game, 1-0, and an unbelievable moment happened, which we'll take a look at right now.
Back for the Robins. One last breath needed for Lansing Common. Waterson plays it inside. Chance now for Costaglanis outside to Blau. Blau, a crosser towards the net, off the post, and in! Spencer Powell, are you kidding me?
A walk-off league point from Spencer Powell, the rare cross that he buries with his foot, not his head. Spencer Powell.
Just like we saw, Spencer Powell with the equalizer. And regardless, taking a point away from any situation is massive. Being able to take points regardless of the situation, maybe not going in the favor of the Robins. They put themselves in a position where if they win their next couple of games, they're in the driver's seat for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it was huge, and it was just such a weird game. Josh and I talked about it throughout the broadcast and after the game. The Robins looked dead in the water, of course, at the end, but through the entirety of the contest, a little lackluster. So many different chances for 1927. They eventually capitalized on one, and the Robins had a man advantage for over a half an hour in that second half and still were unable to muster anything up until extra time. And 5 minutes after the 90-minute mark, Spencer Powell delivered the equalizer for Lansing Common. It was a crazy game, like I said, and nobody expected that, of course. And Powell had his fair share of chances throughout the contest as well. And I think on that sound bite you just heard. Josh mentioned it. The rare cross that he buries with his foot was the call, verbatim from Josh Pugh, and he's right. I mean, Spencer Powell goes after it with his noggin almost every single time, and then, of course, go figure, ties the game off of his foot. So a fantastic game, fantastic environment, really got the fans fired up. And, yeah, like you mentioned, Josh, win their next game, win their next couple, they could be well in the driver's seat here this season.
Yeah, no Spencer Powell today. Like you mentioned, today is a day to get some of the other players involved, see what they can offer, and see if they can earn their spot into league play rosters. As the teams are making their way out, you'll see them come into your screen right about now. We can get into some starting lineups. Start out with for the Robins. In net, it'll be Jackson Kiska mending the posts. You got Quinn Scott, Archie Tyers, Kevin Payne making his return to the Robins, the all-time leader in minutes for the Robins, is back and the back line
by
for
19
them.
minutes. We looked it up earlier.
Yes.
By 19 minutes, he's the all-time leader. Over 2,300 minutes played in the Robins jersey. Fantastic stuff.
Jorge Loaizaga in the partnership for that back four. A little bit of a different formation today, we believe. It's going to be a 3 in the midfield instead of a 2-3-1. You got Christian Trunk and Isaiah Ross with Zach Holden completing the midfield partnership. Colin McKay and Charlie Ahern out on the wings. And the last time I was here, the guy that got the game winner, Suku Dumboya, will lead the line for the Robins.
Yeah, over Laboca, and that was a wild game. Man, that just can be a common theme for almost all the contests so far for Lansing Common this season. But, yeah, that was a weird one. Laboca came and brought a ton of fans and enthusiasm into the game. A very little-known team. Lansing local team is Laboca, and yeah, they were able to take the lead, but then Sakudin Boy in the 84th minute of that contest was able to score, like Josh mentioned, the game-winning goal. So he's in the lineup here for the Robins, and he's played well in his appearances so far, and the visitors are getting announced right now.
Yeah, we'll get into the visitors' starting lineups for Victory FC. Starting in net for them is Quinn Tews. Believe that they're making up a formation of a 3-5-2 today. They're going to have Brian Lawrence, Justin Vivier, Brian Palmer bringing up the back line. In the midfield, Fagan Roy, Gabriel Zaldana, and Carlos Valbuena. Out on the wings, Malik Chasm and Brody Shingledecker bring up the wings. And at center forwards, Luis Maldonado and Ali Seba.
And so far this season for Victory Soccer, they're in the Midwest East Division of the UPSL. They're based in Livonia, Michigan, so made the drive across the state here to play against Lansing Common. They have a 1-win, 2-loss, 2-draw record on the season. They've scored 10 total goals. Has Victory so far this year. And their most recent game came on May 28th against Detroit Arsenal. And they, unfortunately, were unable to get it done. They lost 3-1, did Victory Soccer. So they're coming off a loss here in a friendly against the Robins, looking to get back on the right track. They're coached by Travis Roy, a soccer legend here in Southeast Michigan. Went and played for Wisconsin for 4 years in college, won the national championship with the Badgers in 1995. And he's been a longtime youth coach here in the area. And he is the head man for Victory, looking to get a victory here at Eastern Stadium.
It should be a good day, as Kevin Payne is announced the captain today for the Robins, and that's just such a calming presence for a team that is essentially a lot of reserves today. Well, let's keep it frank. It is going to be a reserve day. Not a lot of the players that we expect normally of a Jack Heald, Spencer Powell that normally leads the line, and Extreme Hauck. A lot of younger guys today that get a chance to put on the jersey and potentially earn their stripes to get into later season action when it's really counted on.
Yeah, and you're right, with Kevin Payne's return, I mean, that's, like you mentioned, the biggest news here for the Robins. But you still got guys in the lineup like Jack Heald and Archie Tyers who are still playing today for Lansing Common FC. Yeah, you mentioned no Spencer Powell, but that's okay, and it's going to be good to see here in this friendly game of players that don't necessarily get their chance to kind of maybe have their moment here in a game that, again, doesn't matter in the scoreboard, but definitely matters in morale and can really make or break an individual player's season or spot in the lineup.
Fist bumps going around as we are moments away from kickoff. As mentioned in our little open, it is a beautiful day today compared to the last time that you and I were on a call, Jack.
That's right.
It was jeans and sweatshirt weather, and we are sitting in shorts and a t-shirt. It is a beautiful day. It's been beautiful this past weekend here in Lansing.
Yeah, 75-degree day here in Lansing, Michigan. Should be relatively mid to low 70s the entire contest, unless, you know, we get into some crazy delay for an unforeseen circumstance that I don't necessarily think will happen. But yeah, it's been a great day here. It's been a nice couple of weeks for Josh and I to be on the call too. So, you know, lucky you get to return and have good weather for the first time all season long. The winds, that was a big factor in pretty much every home game so far. Today will not be. Only 3-mile-an-hour winds out of the northwest. And yeah, like you mentioned, Josh, just a fantastic day. Mostly clear skies in Lansing, and the Robins look to get it done.
Captains exchanging words with the refs. Robin's waiting for that team photo with a plethora of the interns down there in that bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Just waiting for kickoff.
Now, Jackson Kiska looks like an intern himself down there in his all neon getup. But unfortunately for Kiska, he's not a member of the intern group. He'll be on the pitch today for Lansing Common. St. Norbert College is where he plays his college ball. He's from Portage, Michigan, so an in-state kid. Went to Portage Central High School, and yeah, he's just a fantastic guy, getting his first start of the season and looking to really back up Vias Papadudis' wild 12-save effort the last time this team played at home.
Well, it is no stranger that Lansing Common players are interns last summer, and I'm not sure if he is this year, but Spencer Powell was a part of the intern group. He may have been on the field on game day, but he did a lot of efforts on off days. Looks like Victory Soccer will get us underway with kickoff here in a second after the Robins get one last huddle in, get over final game plans, and any motivating words from the veteran in Kevin Payne.
Of course, Lansing Common had that 1-1 draw against 1927 SC, but they will play 1927 SC in a few days down in Fort Wayne. So that should be a nice matchup, a rematch of what was a very exciting contest, of course, as you saw in that clip. And yeah, Lansing Common looks to get off to a hot start then and right now in this friendly.
Luis Maldonado kicks us off, and Quinn Tews sends it up to that left-hand side. Brought down by the Robins. And Victory will reset.
For Quinn Tews, him and Spencer Powell are teammates at the college level at Detroit Mercy. And Tews, a redshirt junior playing for the Titans. He's also an in-state kid from Plymouth, Michigan, went to Salem. So he was a rock in his high school playing days.
Saldana on the ball, plays it over to Fagan Roy. Gonna push it over to that far side. Looking to play in Luis Maldonado, but there's big Kevin Payne to clear any danger.
It'd be important, like I said earlier, for the Robins to get off to a fast start. Slow starts, just really dreary starts have haunted them, and luckily they were able to find that equalizer against 1927 in their last game at home. But have to imagine that a little bit of luck, of course, it bounced off the post and then back, and so a little bit of luck was in their favor. They've got to get off to a quick start here, and the new guys got to showcase the skills.
Playing it back to RT Tires now on the ball, looking to try and send someone. Quickly intercepted, elbow in the back on Brian Lawrence. It'll be a free kick to Victory.
Yeah, that was Sakud and Boyer right there. It's a little bit too much contact. And then now Victory will have a chance to set something up. And DeBoya put his hands in the air and said, I didn't do anything. But unfortunately for him, the official saw it, blew the whistle, and here we are.
Lawrence looking to send it long into the box. He does. And it just rolls straight on through. Goal kick coming for the Robins.
First touch for Kiska in this game. Both goalkeepers donning the full neon getup from head to toe.
Just like all the interns and staff.
Blending right in.
Beautiful little control, sending the Robins forward. Sakud Mboya Gets a ball at his feet. Awkward first touch. Little miscommunication there between Brian Lawrence and Quinn Tews. Left an opportunity for Demboya. Unable to capitalize.
Yeah, Lawrence used the body, though, kind of shielded Demboya's vision from the ball. Now Victory takes over on this end with some space.
Playing it up ahead, intercepting. Cullen McKay has space, tried to find Demboya. Unable to as Brian Lawrence intercepts it. Little miscommunication, Jorge Loaizaga unable to keep possession. Victory looking to push forward. Danger averted, ball staying in play. And Victory able to reset.
Just watch, though, Demboya's pressure. So it makes him stand out. His ability to be a presence on both sides of the ball, impressive to watch. So keep an eye on him the entirety of the contest to really be, like Josh said, one of the guys that can be a leader with all these young players and less experienced Robins playing in this game today.
Here's an experienced Robin. Colin McKay plays it up ahead. Charlie Ahern trying to play in Demboya. Straight into the arms of Quinn Tews.
Just a little outstretched was that from Ahern. But Demboya, again, active and able here early. Only 4 minutes into the contest.
Fagan Roy switching the play. Gonna drop it off. Little apprehension there with Demboya. Long legs. Gonna have to watch out for Victory. He offered such a different dynamic. Little 1-2 touch between Victory right now. Lawrence trying to send it long. Jorge able to get in front. Brought down by Victory, trying to play in someone, but the offside flag was up, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
The offside flag has been a common occurrence here at Eastern Stadium so far this season. Against Laboca, probably happened, I think 8 times is what Josh and I settled on the last time we talked about offside on a broadcast. And then last week, a plethora of times as well, 2 weeks ago I should say, a plethora of times as well against 1927. So officials getting their money's worth.
Zach Holden on the ball. Trying to find a Robin, he does. Plays it back to Isaiah Ross, plays it out wide to Jorge. Looking to drive in, trying to find Charlie Ahern. It'll just roll over to Victory, and they can set up their play.
Victory Soccer, Josh. And I'll tell you what, if you had to come up with a name that would give you some good juju, Victory is a good one to go with.
I would agree with that one. Looking for victory today against the Robins. Trying to send in Ali Saba. Kevin Payne, Jackson Kiska. Little pushing and shoving Ali Saba. Getting into Jackson Kiska. Following the buildup. Looks like the referee's just going to have some words with Saba.
And Kiska threw his arms up at Saba, asking, what are you doing? Maybe got stepped on, but for Kiska right there, that's some dangerous stuff you're playing with right there. That's not necessarily how you want to play that ball, or probably how he planned it. Luckily for him, no harm, no foul. Just get a goal kick, but dangerous stuff right there early for Victory.
Only foul was on Saba. As the Robins get their chance, Suku Demboya plays it back to Zach Holden. Plays it out to Jorge, puts it into Charlie Ahern. He's got time and space to run. Little beautiful Trovella into Cullen McKay. Takes a shot blocked by Brian Lawrence. Ball is still free, Christian Trunk. Plays it over to Quinn Scott. The Robins will reset, Archie Tires. It's Quinn Scott, beautiful little 1-2 action here. Quinn Scott gonna put a cross into the box. Straight at the feet of Justin Vivier. And Victory able to clear without danger. first real chance of the afternoon for the Robins on that one.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You mentioned the 1-2 action. Nice stuff on the left-hand side. Just kind of thwarted by the Victory defense. Tigers trying to bounce back and set something up on the other end for the Robins again.
And we have a clear and obvious foul there by Carlos Valbuena. No real argument on that one, as the Robins will just reset quick.
Man, unless he wanted to claim that he was just trying to dance.
That could have been his claim, but here comes Victory. They got a 2-on-1, plays it inside. Jackson Kiska cannot get the hand to it, and Ali Seba gets the first goal of the afternoon for Victory FC. The counter attack worked in favor of Victory, and Ali Zeba just put enough power on it to get past the outstretched arm of Jackson Kiska.
Just such a tough go right there for Kiska. I mean, a 2-on-1. Don't really know what to expect, and Seba put the ball right in the right spot. You mentioned the counterattack was all set up by the effort on the other side of the pitch that resulted in that. And Victory was able to find a formation that worked. 2-on-1 that's almost always lethal. And now Lansing Common finds themselves down 1-0. Not even 10 minutes into the contest. Ali Seba getting himself on the scoreboard and in the lead.
And I believe this is a formation that Robins are not going to see a whole lot. It seems as if Victory's trying to pack in this midfield with lots of bodies right there in the 5. With Justin Vivier now on the ball. Composed, plays it in to Ali Seba. Brian Palmer. Victory being able to play with time and space right now.
Spreading out the field, setting things up. Seems like they are controlling the way they want this game to go, whether they want it to be fast-paced, they want to get out, attack and run, or be patient. Seems like they are in charge of the way this game is going to go. But for Seba, this is college ball at Schoolcraft, located in Metro Detroit here in Michigan.
Robins trying their own counterattack, is blocked off by Victory. They'll reset once again. 10 minutes gone. And the Robins mustering only one half-decent chance. Can a second one come? Demboya plays into Cullen McKay. Trunk. Demboya trying his own skill move as Victory kicks it out of play. Quinn Scott in for the throw.
And it was Scott who kind of created that aforementioned chance Josh mentioned. But right there, nothing doing for Quinn Scott. Victory will go the other way, but it was Scott's leg that got it going for the only chance, and now Robins trying to reset right here, and a good way to do it with Kevin Payne.
Looking for the long ball, opts to go back to Archie Tyers. Teammate of Jack Heald's over at Cleary from England, trying to send Colin McKay down this near side. Gets by Brian Lawrence, puts a cross into the box. What a beautiful diving grab from Quinn Tews to deny any chance for Saku Demboya.
That's athleticism at its finest right there from Tews, jumping up in the air and getting in the way of Saku Demboya, who's always involved.
Gabriel Zaldana plays the ball into the box, cleared away by Kevin Payne, not far enough. Valbuena puts another one into the box, controlled, Victory again. Great save from Jackson Kiska, still loose. Ali Seba off the post, looking for his second of the afternoon, and the Robins somehow avert danger.
Oh, for Seba, that's gotta be so tough.
Had a wide open net with Jackson Kiska come racing out, trying to clear danger, and missed it by nearly just a foot.
Yeah, Kiska was 20 yards outside of the net. And Seba could not find his way through the crowded Robins. I guess some unintentional defense done by the Robins with all the crowding around the goal, but unfortunately for Saba, couldn't go. But fortunately for Lansing Common, the hole only stays 1-0 as the 2-0 hole only 12 minutes in is very less than ideal.
Isaiah Ross trying a cross-field pass. Works in the favor somehow after pinging off some bodies. Jorge Loizaga tries to find a cross straight into Quintu's arms. And 13 minutes about to go. And it's everything Victory soccer right now. Archie Tires tries flicking it off, and it goes out of play. It will be another Victory throw-in.
There's Saba again. He's most definitely been the most involved player here for Victory. Went to high school at Dearborn, all-conference member his senior year. Played soccer for the Pioneers.
Fagan Roy takes a shot from distance. Goes wide of the uprights. Goal kick coming.
Lansing Common's just got to get the ball down to their final third for the last 14 minutes. It's been all Victory possession. Like Josh and I mentioned earlier, they've just really controlled the pace of which this game has gone on. Just seems like Lansing Common has not had any real chance other than the one they had early on in the contest.
Justin Vivier playing it over to Palmer. Looking for options, sends it long for Shingledecker. Has options in the box if he wants to use it. Falls down. Break for the Robins. Looking to counter off of that break. Plays it out wide to Colin McKay. Can't play it to Dumboya. He is offsides, so Colin McKay's going to have to cut it back. McKay back in space. Charlie Ahern plays it over to Jorge. Ross. Robins comfortable keeping some possession and trying to set up.
I don't know if the natural microphone picked it up, but Kevin Payne barking out instructions down there with Archie Tires. The two veteran Robins trying to get the guys back in the right headspace 15 minutes in, and it just seems like they're a little off.
Free kick coming up for the Robins. They're comfortable playing with possession right now. Looking for the long ball up to Dumboya. A phrase said once again straight into the arms of Quintus. Kevin Payne using that height, showing off the noggin with a couple headers. Free kick coming for the Robins. Intercepted. Ali Zeba looking to push forward. Gets brought back. No foul from the official. Goes off Isaiah Ross. It'll be a throw-in for Victory.
Again, just controlling the pace right now for Victory. Only 7 total substitutes for the visitors on the bench. 4 of them stretching to the left, potentially getting ready to make their way in. Not sure how often or willing Victory is to substitute. But of course, in this friendly game, players can re-enter, so there's no harm in an early substitution as there would be in a league game.
Brian Palmer opting to go short. Fagan Roy coming in, but Palmer gets it back. Trying to show off his skill. Skins past one Robin. Looking to go past Payne between the legs, an opportunity. Goes off the foot of a Robin straight into Kiska's arms. Another opportunity for Victory within the first 17 minutes of this friendly contest.
And Kiska, right spot, right time. A little bit of an awkward angle. Not sure if that would have gone in regardless if Kiska got a hand on it, but he did and deflected it away. But here again, another turnover, miscue for the Robins, and Victory takes back over after a less than ideal pass, trying to find Dumboya.
Brian Palmer out of position. Little miscommunication there with Fagan Roy. Gives an opportunity for the Robins to set up. Lawrence is in the right space at the right time. Brian Palmer looks like he is cramping up. And the referee will take a stoppage for it. Substitution coming in for Palmer. Number 3, Bruno Alves.
Yeah, Alves, the center back, looking to make his first appearance of the contest. Coming in, hopefully Brian Palmer is okay. I'm sure, like Josh mentioned, it is just cramps, and those do occur. But now we've got first new look on the pitch of the afternoon in Bruno Alves.
Palmer showed some quality and skills there. Ball played in the box, trying to find Sekou Dumboya. Ball still loose. Christian Trunk. And Victory is able to clear. Ali Seba, if he can find Victory, they have numbers, plays it up ahead that left-hand side. It'll be whistled for offside.
Yeah, lots of space, but fortunately for Common, offside a little too ahead of the game there. On that left-hand side was the aforementioned Ali Seba. And that guy has been involved on many fronts. And then number 21, Malik Casham.
Christian Trunk on it, receiving the pass from Jorge, but Victory able to steal it again from Ali Zeba. Looked for an opportunity from distance, blocked away by Kevin Payne. Straight to Fagan Roy. Cleared away by Quinn Scott. Tangle of legs from Carlos Valbuena. It'll be a free kick coming up.
Yeah, but there's the defense right there from Kevin Payne that you mentioned early on. Using that size, that ability, blocking that shot away. Thunderous thud. You could just hear it off the leg of Kevin Payne, but that's what he brings right there, a stable, defensive-minded player. Hopefully they can turn defense into offense here. It's a free kick from Archie Tires. Try to kickstart something for the Robins. That's really been lackluster so far in this 1-0 game.
Trying to find a Robin, hits it straight towards Roy. Isaiah Ross able to take possession back. And the pass doesn't get far enough, but Quinn Scott gets tripped up by Brody Shingledecker, and a free kick once again coming up for the Robins, this time in a little more advantageous area. Just seems that there's a screw loose today. Passes aren't as crisp, not finding the right guy, looking for the long ball, going a little too far.
It's honestly emulating the beginning of that pretty much the majority of that 1927 game.
Quinn Twos with a thud of a punch, and Ali Zeba was offsides. So regardless, if he went on that ball, it wouldn't have mattered.
Just the slow starts. I mean, Josh and I mentioned it on the broadcast. Now, you and I have said it too, Josh, just the inability to set the tone early, and that was Coach Sorg's message before the 1927 game, was to be the tone and send a message early. Well, they did not deliver there, and certainly haven't here so far through the first 20 and change.
Christian Trunk plays it into Sekou Dumboya, goes off the shins, straight to Victory, and they will take their time showing off the technical footwork. Valbuena going to play it back to Quinn Twos. Lawrence looking for the long ball. Still loose. Jorge Loaiziga plays it back to Kiska, and he'll play it long. Ball pinging around. Fagan Roy tries to find Zeba. VVA over to Bruno Alves, showing his technical footwork as well. Playing into Maldonado. Robins looking to counter. Sekou Doumbouya, the flag is up. Whistle down for offsides. Looked like Sekou Doumbouya potentially played that last man on. Regardless, it is whistled down. And another opportunity for the Robins. Doesn't even get a chance to get a looking.
Yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, it did seem like that would be a legal play. But again, I'm not an official. And, you know, I may be in neon, but I certainly do not have the abilities that those officials have. And of course, they ruled that Sekou got a little too much in front. Whistled him offside, but yeah, like you mentioned, Josh, a chance that just goes awry for the Robins.
Beautiful cross into the box from Victory, able to be dealt with by the Robins. Charlie Ahern gets swarmed by Victory, and Fagan Roy plays it over to Valbuena, trying to set up another opportunity, which feels like what we've been talking about for the last 23.5 minutes.
I'm very intrigued if Lansing Common can't get on the scoreboard or kind of change their ways here in the next 20 minutes. What Coach Sorg's message is going to be at halftime.
Try to play in Fagan Roy. The flag wasn't up, so if he was able to control it, looked like he would have had a chance to get the second of the afternoon. Kiska plays it long, trying to find Cullen McKay, but the other number 5, Lawrence, is able to get there. Again, the passing not as crisp, not finding a man, goes straight back into Victory's feet.
Miscommunication right there. I mean, Doumbouya didn't even seem like he was ready for it. And Victory marching back the other way. But there you go, the intimidation factor from Kevin Payne gets possession of that one right there.
This one, again, whistled down from Sekou Doumbouya. Second one in the matter of minutes. Thwarts another opportunity.
And I'll say that that one was significantly, in my personal opinion, again, don't want to bash officiating at all, but that one was significantly closer to being a legal play. And I totally thought Doumbouya was going to have that legal step and get out in front and have a chance, but 0 for 2 is Doumbouya trying to get ahead of the pack.
Quinn Scott showing some hustle, keeping the ball in play. Goes off the foot of Colin McKay. It'll be a throw-in coming up for Victory, and in steps Mason Winkle for a return to action. He will replace Jorge Loaizaga.
A fellow Winkle. I'm a fan of Mason's. Of course, he doesn't have the VOH, but nonetheless, he's got
Close enough.
a majority of it, so right on, my friend. Native of Holt, Michigan, plays college ball at Madonna University.
Ball gets blocked off, but somehow ends up at the feet of a Victory player. Looking to play it into Saba, cleared away by Kevin Payne. Another throw-in coming for Victory. Looks like that one should be a little further back for a throw-in. Instead, look to go short.
3 substitutes getting ready to come into the game here for Lansing Common. Number 7, Liam Antcliffe, Okemos native. He looks to get things going, stretching out, talking to the official, number 24, Bodie Weidman, Saginaw native. And then Nettie Omar as well. Omar played in the first 2 games for Lansing Common before, has not made an appearance since, but now he's got a chance to step back on the pitch. Just over halfway through this first half of action to try to wheel the Robins back in the right direction.
Looks like they're going to be replacing Doumbouya, McKay, and I believe Zach Holden, respectively.
And a round of applause for Doumbouya. I'm sure, well, all 3 of them, but specifically for Doumbouya for his effort and hustle. Called offside a couple of times, but nonetheless, looks like he maybe had a good first step. And the official rules him offside. Now Victory has a throw in to try to keep themselves in the driver's seat here at Eastern Stadium. And like Josh mentioned earlier, just a fantastic day outside.
It is just a beautiful day. Cannot say it enough. Antcliffe trying to play in some of his new substitutes. Charlie Ahern looks like he is going to play up front with Nady Omar taking his position out on that right wing position on that far side. Kevin Payne with the header away into Christian Trunk. Isaiah Ross trying to find a cross-field pass to Weidman. Beautiful little control, just not able to get enough as Fagan Roy plays it back to Quintus. Looking for the long ball, goes straight out of play. That ball boy on that side has been hard at work today.
You're right, he has.
He has been up and down all day.
That's why they make the good money.
Make good money as ball boy. Isaiah Ross plays it to Nady Omar. Plays it in. Weidman trying to get the wide pass. Unable to get it. The pressure from Bodie Weidman.
Talk to Steve about getting that ball kid a raise.
He's got the long red socks. The long red socks of the Robins are able to clear the danger. Beautiful little play there. Bodie Weidman playing it in. Can't get the return pass as Bruno Alves is going to play it back to Quintus. Two's looking for the long ball once again. Played back by Mason Winkle straight into the arms of Jackson Kiska.
I mean, they've tried that a few times now. Have victory, but for Two's it hasn't worked out. But here comes Lansing Common trying to get something going, but then easily sauced away by victory. Again, that's just another chance, Josh, that has gone awry in so many occurrences in this game where it feels like they're just one or two steps or plays away from really making it happen. And unfortunately for LCFC, no dice.
And it looks like we got our water break
Mid-half hydration break.
for the first one of the first half. And Jack, I'm going to put you on the spot here. We didn't talk about this because I wasn't sure if it would technically be classified as nice or warm enough for it to be a water break. We talked about this back at the first game. Noah and I did this last season.
Okay.
Where we used this opportunity to talk about other sports going on.
Okay.
We've reached finals season.
It's true.
In other sporting events. Right. I know we were talking about it pregame. Thoughts on the NHL finals that are going to be coming up between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights, and the game that took place last night with, we could say that basketball was saved with San Antonio Spurs defeating the Thunder, and it will be San Antonio versus New York Knicks. And we've got friends that root for each team.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on where we are at with final season upon us?
Of course, you know I love the NHL and I love hockey, but I'll start with the NBA and something interesting that I read this morning. Jeremy Sohan played for the San Antonio Spurs and got traded to the New York Knicks in the middle of the season, but a little bit past the halfway point. So he is eligible for a ring in this NBA Finals, no matter who wins or loses. The guy will get a ring, whether he accepts it. Of course, if San Antonio wins, whether he accepts the ring, that's, up to his own discretion. But he's eligible for and can receive an NBA Finals ring depending on who wins, even if it's not the team he currently plays for. So in terms of the NBA Finals, basketball saved, that's up to your own individual opinion. I, however, had no opinion, just wanted some good basketball. That sure delivered in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. I'm excited for San Antonio. Of course, last year it was the young Thunder getting the chance in the finals. Now it's the young Spurs getting a chance in the final. But New York is on a heater. And when I mean a heater, I mean a heater. They've won their last 8 games in the playoffs. They swept, of course, their last 2 opponents in Philadelphia and Cleveland. And I think that Detroit would have put up a better fight against New York if they would have beaten Cleveland. But, of course, Cavaliers got it done in a blowout Game 7, defeated the Pistons at home. But, yeah, if I had to give you a quick prediction, I think for the NBA it's going to be a close finals, but I think I'm going to give it to the Knicks in 6. I think that's my prediction. And Kyle Keegan is going to be happy.
I'd say our
very
good
happy
friend, our
yes,
very good
happy
friend,
camper.
Kyle Keegan, that is now in New Jersey working for MLB Network.
And then the other side for the NHL, of course, you know I'm a big fan of any Canadian team.
You are?
Big fan. So I do love Rod Brindamore. I do love Michigan State hockey. It is my life in the winter months. But, you know, it's Carolina's chance, and they're back to the finals in 20 years, and last time they were in the finals was 2006 against the Edmonton Oilers, who I personally am a big fan of.
That's your team.
They are indeed. So between them and Vegas, who, you know, hockey in Vegas has always kind of irked me, whether it's the team or the venue for a finals destination. But nonetheless, it should be a good matchup. Two really high-scoring teams. Vegas' goaltending has been fantastic. They got rid of Aiden Hill. They get Hart in the net. And I could talk about this forever, my friend, but Carolina, they've just got some goal scorers left and right. So I think that'll be a good series. I think that one's going to go to 7 games, and I'll give it to the Hurricanes to get their first finals victory in 20 years.
Andy Ignatovich on the ball. Lots of plethora of substitutions while we were talking final season. With Gabriel Saldana, one of the few that did not go. An opportunity whistled down for offsides. Like I said, a plethora of substitutions were made during that chance. I believe essentially the entire bench emptied for victory. Only a handful of players, Fagan Roy and Saldana, did not make way, I believe. I believe Ali Saba is off.
And replaced by Oliver Poplawski into the game. Pedro Sa is a substitution for this team. He's in the game as well. Of course, Bruno Alves came in earlier, replaced the cramping Brian Palmer. And Palmer's still on the bench, and Alves still out there as well.
Weidman plays it in to Antcliffe. Trying to play a ball in behind to Nady Omar, and ends up at the feet of Quintus. Weidman playing it into Antcliffe, and he'll play it back to Kevin Payne.
Number 26, Oliver Pavlovsky.
Quinn Scott gets cleared away by the number 6.
Philippe Mea is the last substitute that entered the game for the visiting Victory FC. And Lansing Common's got to take advantage of these final 10 minutes right here. Set the tone. Don't go into the half on a dud. Forget about the rest of what you've done so far in this lackluster first half performance, and put it behind you. Take advantage of these next 10 minutes. Hopefully the fresh legs can get it done. But so far, it's been a performance to remember for Quinn Tews and Victory FC, specifically for Tews and Ali Saba.
Number 6, Andy Ignatovich.
Weidman looking to create an opportunity, but here comes Fagan Roy. Ball just got held up in the arms of Archie Tyers. And Victory looking to go quick, plays it out wide. And unable to control it is Adam Perlin, and he'll go out for a throw-in.
Yeah, he's disappointed right there. He had some space on the left-hand side, just could not complete the pass from his teammate, Fagan Roy. But for Perlin, not the absolute end of the world if they can take back possession here for Common. Looks like they won't as of the moment as some bounces out of play.
Bruno Alves heading that one out. Seems like the game has opened up with these substitutions in favor of the Robins. Andy Ignatovich receives the ball back, tries to play it back to that far side, and break for the Robins with Quinn Scott on it. And another miscued pass that seems to be the theme of the afternoon for the Robins so far through the first 37 minutes. Fagan Roy trying to control it, gets shielded off And Antcliffe trying to get in front of a Victory player, unable to do so. Victory has numbers, plays it to this near side. And Tevon McHale plays it back, blocked. Still has a chance, takes an effort from long distance. No trouble there for Jackson Kiska.
And that chance right there came off the foot of number 8, who is not listed on the roster. So we'll have to take a look and see who that player is. But here he is right now, right on cue.
I was going to say the exact same thing, Mr. Vowinkle. I completely agree. We are an unsure number 8. But we are sure that's Quinn Scott on the ball. Trying to play it up that near side. Off the foot of a Robin. It'll be Victory ball. Looking for the long throw up to the number 8. Shielding it, gets shoved aside by Archie Tires.
It's always disappointing when you can't point out a player's name, especially if they contribute in a positive way
Agreed.
to the team. I mean, there was a goal scorer for La Boca, who originally was wearing 2, then put on number 99, scored the goal, and then we couldn't figure out who it was. And then another player for 1927 SC, who also switched jersey numbers, and we were not informed. And just disappointing, because you want to give the player props no matter who they are, no matter who they play for. And hopefully we can, at halftime, figure out number 8's name and address him properly from here on out at Eastern Stadium.
Quinn Scott playing it into Christian Trunk. Archie Tires. Or excuse me, that was Andy Ignatovich. The number 8 again, showing off his technical footwork, plays it back to Fagan Roy, takes an effort from distance. Comfortable diving save for Jackson Kiska. It looks like the players are gassed. Archie Tires and a Victory FC player both are just needing a breath.
Look at that leaping, diving save from Kiska. I wonder if Cooper and Jack were down there, got any shots of that. That'd be a good flick. But yeah, you mentioned just the fatigue here as the first half winds down. 6 minutes and change until we reach the break.
Players are just needing water right now, especially the guys that have been out there so far for the first 40 minutes. Christian Trunken, looks like Quinn Scott needing some water. Play restarts as Jackson Kiska
Victory FC substitution.
throws it over to Mason Winkle.
Maldonado. Replaces number 24, Gabriel Saldonado.
Fagan Roy on it now. Will he take an effort from distance again? Plays it inside. They'll play it back to the number 8. He'll take an effort from distance. Hit the upright.
Not a good field goal. Unfortunately,
It was no
bounces
good.
off. He Cody Parkered that ball. Sorry, Bears fans. And it did
Well,
not
it
go through
wasn't
the
a
uprights.
true Cody Parkey because
it didn't hit it twice.
It didn't do a double doink.
Right, right. But just, crossbar, upright menace, Cody Parkey.
But what an effort from distance from the number 8.
Sorry, Jess Chemnitz, if you're tuning in and not broadcasting baseball down there near Gary, Indiana. If you're tuned into this game, I apologize about my Cody Parkey hate.
I think they can get over it. The Chicago Bears have been pretty good lately.
Yeah, they've been okay. And
They can get over the Cody Parkey.
Santos, and their
joke.
kicker, is pretty solid, so I'll give them credit where credit's due. Front office has made some changes in many different aspects, kicker being one of them, and it's paid off.
Justin Vivier trying to play the long ball. Archie Tires played down by Weidman. Beautiful little play from Christian Trunk. Plays it over to Quinn Scott. Looking for the long ball again, and that's just the approach that the Robins are going to take so far. Charlie Ahern looking to chase it down. Victory able to handle the pressure. Plays it over to the number 26. To the number 8, looking to play it in. Fagan Roy was onside. The number 32 was not. It'll be whistled down for offsides.
Yeah, Fagan Roy had a nice step right there, but then Pedro saw up the left-hand side, just a couple of steps ahead of where he needed to be for the flag not to be pulled in the air. Fortunately for him, it was. Chance goes awry. And now Victory unable to complete that.
Quinn Two's been all over the field so far this afternoon, showing off the athleticism. Luis Maldonado trying to gesture that it went off of a Robin, but it was straight up a kick from Quinn Two's. And Justin Vivier will play it back to Two's. Send the long ball up to Maldonado. He's in. Luis Maldonado can play it back across the box. Kevin Payne is there. Still Luis Maldonado. Plays it off to the number 8. Kick save from Jackson Kiska. Another opportunity for victory thwarted by number 0.
Yeah, Maldonado right there ahead of the pack and a chance, but Jackson Kiska getting in there, making the save, jumping in the air moments ago, and now that one a kick save like Josh mentioned, using all aspects of the body to knock the ball away, but a corner ensues for the visitors.
And the danger is thwarted. Nady Omar on the ball, plays it up ahead to Weidman. Weidman's there, he's got Robbins joining him in support. Straight into the foot of a victory player. And danger averted. Quinn Scott gonna play it back to Jackson Kiska. Kiska gonna play it to Trunk. Antcliffe goes off his feet, throwing for victory. Pedro Sa trying a little 1-2 effort with the number 8. Unable to work. Referee having some words with that little pushing and shoving with Quinn Scott in the number 8. Goes off the head of Charlie Ahern, another throw-in for victory. Ball pinging around. Antcliffe looking to send in Robbins, and then again, I've said it all afternoon that it feels like it's been the screw loose passing, not as crisp, not finding the Robin players, and victory able to run, but Kevin Payne is able to just be that calm presence back there for the Robins.
We reached the 45 mark. We'll see how much extra time is added. This one sailed through the uprights, and Mr. Lee puts the hands in the air. It's good.
I believe that one was good. It looked like it went perfectly.
I think it was
through.
too. On the live stream, I saw it go through.
Unlike Cody Parkey, that's more of a Jake Bates and Cairo Santos effort.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Jake Bates might even have to move the ball a little closer to the upright. Still goes through, but just a little closer. Sometimes it can get a little sketchy with Mr. Bates. But here's Luis Maldonado now taking over.
Mason Winkle with the recovery effort after he miscontrolled the ball. Played it back to Maldonado. And Ignatovich looking to show the pace, gets tug of the jersey, advantage played, and again, the pass just not as crisp. Had numbers in the advantage, and the referee blows for halftime. And it's a tale of two different halves. Victory been dominant throughout the first 45, and Lansing Common having moments that are just falling short.
Yeah, couldn't have said it any better myself. Robins need to get something going. Whether it's they figure out some substitutions, change who's out there, but defensively they've looked okay. Offensively, it's been absolutely stagnant and non-existent for the Robins. On the other side for victory, they seem to have it going, whether it's the long ball option, the way that they format each time they get down the pitch. If a plethora of 2-on-1s, of course they've scored on the 2-on-1 from Ali Saba. And the Maldonado getting the solo chance down there moments before the first half ended. So even when they haven't capitalized, they've still found a way to put the pressure on Lansing Common. And I think that's what Lansing Common needs to start first. You can preach all you want, but it's not going to automatically result in scoring goals. You have to apply the pressure first, and then the goals will come with that. So I think the message at halftime from Coach Sorg needs to be that Lansing Common just needs to get into a different gear. Not necessarily do things specifically, but overall, generally, lock in. Try to race, come back, and take the lead over this 1-0 deficit. They sit right now at halftime against Victory FC.
Victory on top, 1-0 over the Robins. The first 45 down, the next 45 coming up in about 14 and a half minutes time. We're going to take a quick break here in the booth. Don't go anywhere. We got the next 45 minutes coming up soon. Welcome back into Lansing Eastern Stadium. Currently, as it stands, Victory FC on top of the Robins, 1-0. And Jack, we talked about it there right at the end. That's kind of how it's felt this entire game. Victory really has been on top over the Robins.
Yeah, not just on the scoreboard, but lots of different ways in this game. And Victory has just really played thorough for the first 45 minutes of this contest. And talked about the uncrisp passes, the sort of self-inflicted wounds that the Robins have caused themselves in that first half. Well, it was showcased by the early goal scored for Victory FC. It was a 2-on-1, nothing that Jackson Kiska could do. And now Lazaro Solis is going to get the nod in the net. Of course, a friendly gives lots of different players chances to get some playing time, and you see a goalkeeper switch at halftime is not uncommon at all for Common, and looks like that's what's going to happen here.
Typically not something you see normally, but it is a friendly. Get as many guys an opportunity, get the fitness levels up, get them ready, because it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a long season going into mid-July, and it's going to be important that everybody is available when they can.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, this game is a perfect opportunity for a lot of different people to get some playing time and be in positions that they aren't usually for Lansing Common, and that's evident right here in the booth as Michaela is going to jump on the broadcast with us momentarily.
As we have kickoff underway, Christian Trunk trying to send it up that far side. It'll go out for a throw-in for Victory FC. And I believe the third member of our crew has joined us. Michaela, how are you doing on this beautiful Sunday afternoon?
Very happy to be here. I'm doing well. It is a beautiful day and enjoying some beautiful soccer with Lansing Common.
Robin's looking to muster up a chance here, playing it out wide to Nady Omar. It will go out of play. What were your thoughts on the first half, Michaela?
Honestly, it just seems like Lansing is having a hard time putting the extra pass together. They'll be able to generate a good amount kind of through the back and then into the middle of the field. But once it gets into that final third, the last pass is always kind of going wide, going to the keeper. It's too long, it's too wide, just not being able to execute when it matters.
Yeah, we mentioned it. It was like they're almost just one step away from, in any facet of the game so far, and that's most definitely true. And it just slow starts all around for Lansing Common, and it's evident in the first half. Now in the second half, got to get things going, and maybe some luck will come their way with the new member in the booth.
Nady Omar with the cross in. Punched away by Quintuz. The first corner of the game coming up for the Robins here. Looks like Michaela has brought some luck.
First one of the game here in the second half.
And Robins giving themselves a chance. Looks like Andy Ignatovich is going to race over and take the corner. Wind does seem to have picked up. I'm struggling to keep my lineup straight. Ignatovich with the ball into the box, headed away by Victory.
If Lansing Common doesn't step it up here in the next few minutes, Michaela and Jack were warming up with a soccer ball before the game, and I'll tell you what, Michaela can really kick that thing around, so you better watch out, Robins. Mickey Maz is coming for your spot on the team.
Hey, I've told Coach a few times if he needs anybody,
sure,
I could be the extra man out there.
Breaking barriers in many different ways, in the broadcast booth and now down on the field. If that chance were to ever happen for you.
Robins looking comfortable to keep some possessions. Quinn Scott with a cross-field pass to Mason Winkle. Looking to push it forward. Tries to find Nady Omar. Able to shield it off, playing it back to Winkle.
Just doing a really good job possessing the ball right now. You can tell, maybe Coach told him slow it down a little bit to be able to get those passes in.
And that pass not able to get in, goes out. It'll be a goal kick for Victory.
We talked about pace of play in the first half and how Victory has just been able to really control that the whole time. And you mentioned right there, Lansing Common using the patience and taking a page out of Victory's book. And that's going to be important because it felt like Lansing Common was just playing with what they were given by Victory. And now they've got to step it up here in this second half. Like Josh mentioned, only one corner in the entire game, and that came moments ago. They got to build themselves some more chances.
Chance could come here. Missed kick from twos. Playing it inside to Nady Omar. Trying to release Weidman. He'll play it back to Winkle. Finds Andy Ignatovich, trying to race forward, intercepted by Victory. They'll look to counter. Robin showing the pressure, getting it right back. Held back by the number 32 and Pedro Sa. It'll be a free kick coming up for the Robins.
Good time there on the field, though, today so far with all the other interns?
Yep, it has been, it's been a great time. I love working here. The people are so great, the atmosphere. There's little kids running around everywhere, jump roping. So I've got a lot of jump roping in this summer.
There we go, right on.
Chance gone awry as the Robins will just keep possession. First action for Lazaro Salais. Getting his first touch of the game.
Our ball boy of the half moved to the near side now, Josh. So watch out. Watch out for him. Really cooking things up closer to us now. We can really get a feel for his actual game rather than him being across the field.
The action's been on that far side, far right side.
So we'll see if he brings the action this way.
So we get a better feel for the action on this side of the field with Archie Tyers playing it back to Salais.
Archie complained to me at halftime. He said, America is just so hot.
the native of England, I can understand what he's feeling.
At least it's sunny. It rains every day in London. So, I mean, at least we got the sun.
Drew Leitz into the game for the first time, made way for Charlie Ahern. The number 8, who we still have not figured out his name, gives away possession to Drew Leitz, unable to corral it. Fagan Roy gets it knocked away, but right back into the feet of Victory. Looking to play in the number 8, he's got Kevin Payne on him. Goes off of his feet, it will be Robin's ball.
It's good defense right there from Mr. Payne. His first appearance of the season so far for the Robins, making his presence felt. I mentioned it earlier, Josh, the all-time minutes leader for Lansing Common FC. It was by 19 entering the game, and it's now by 70, or 51 minutes played in this game. He's not subbed out.
He's reached over 3,000 minutes in a Robins uniform. Nady Omar, another player that's featured quite heavily for the Robins. Gets it over to Christian Trunk. Playing it back to Quinn Scott. Again, Robins comfortable holding on to possession. Scott looking for the overlapping run. Can't. Pedro Sa has time trying to find the number 8, blocked away by a Robin.
I mean, really now it's just a game of endurance, especially on these kind of hot days, the first hot days of the summer. Players are still getting used to, playing outside in the heat and having to exert yourselves in that kind of way. So we're going to see some exhaustion from here. And I mean, in my opinion, the team that is better prepared for that is the team that's going to be victorious today.
See if that will be the Robins. Ancliffe gets fouled. It will be a free kick coming up for the Robins. We were talking about it earlier. That first game been a little away for a little while. Josh Pugh had to step in for me while I was away. That was a jeans and a sweater game, and now we're in shorts and our staff T-shirts with how warm it is today. Christian Trunk on it, plays it up to Ancliffe. Ancliffe showing off the technical footwork. Goes off a Victory body, still maintaining it. Shove in the back from Bruno Alves. Gets the game's first yellow card. Asking what did he do wrong, but it seemed quite clear. A forearm into the back and extension deems fair for a yellow card.
doing some research. Bruno Alves is also a professional Portuguese soccer player. Share the exact same name. I looked up the guy to see his stats, and you know, no offense to this Bruno Alves, but another Bruno Alves came up with statistics that were way beyond somebody that would probably play for a team of this caliber.
Ball in the box. It's in. Liam Antcliffe equalizes the game for the Robins.
We talked about it in the first half and talked about it even more now in the second half, taking advantage of chances, and that right there is the epitome of doing so. Perfect send into the box. And Mr. Liam Antcliffe, the Okemos native, gets it done to equalize this game. 1-1 the score now here at Eastern Stadium. That was awesome.
Felt like the switch at halftime. Everything's going in favor of the Robins. See if they can continue this momentum. Still got roughly 40 minutes-ish with extra time coming for either team to find the winner.
Solid crowd here on hand at Eastern Stadium. Lots of red in the home bleachers.
Kevin Payne stepping in, preventing any forward chance coming to Luis Maldonado.
Maldonado, a Howell, Michigan native. Went to high school with him, great guy. He played for Howell Soccer all 4 years. His senior year, they were 1-19.
Ooh.
Not good at all. They were 0-54, 0-54 in conference play throughout his career. And then he decided, well, I love soccer, but I'm going to make the switch to football. And then he became the starting kicker for the Howell High School football team and kicked the game-winning extra point over Belleville, who was at the time #1 in the entire state, to move on and win the KLA championship in football. So cool story for that guy right there.
This is why Jack Vowinkle has earned his stripes in the broadcast booth. Excellent journalism there. As the ball goes out from Quinn Tews, it'll be a throw-in for the Robins.
He also is awesome at cutting hair. And he's never cut my hair before, but he knows how to do all the fades and stuff, put designs, lightning bolts, and hearts. And one of my best friends gets his hair cut by Luis all the time.
Really?
Yep.
Where else would you get stuff about the visiting number 18 haircuts? Right here in Lansing Common. A chance going in for Bodie Weidman, and Quinn Tews able to sweep things up. Ali Seba into the game, returning after his prolific first half. Looks like a bit of a collision, and Archie Tires is down. Looks like he had head contact, motioning for the trainer to come on, and that's exactly what they will do.
Official timeout.
Luis M. Blends _7 on Instagram in case you're curious of the haircut, but hopefully this injured Robin is okay.
Looked like Archie Tires may have gotten a inadvertent maybe elbow or taken something off of the head. Seems in deep agony.
Substitution in number 5, Brian Lawrence, replaces number 18, Luis Maldonado.
It actually looks like that trainer is moving his left leg.
Interesting. Maybe landed wrong when going up for that header against Ali Seba.
Right, maybe lifting the knee up and then it just, the other player jumps back and suddenly you just slam kind of into him.
Poor guy complains about the heat and now gets injured. Luckily, he's on his feet, but man, oh man, what a tough last 25 minutes for Archie Tires. But he's played the entire game. He almost plays every single minute of every game for Lansing Common. Let's just hope he's okay. He is awesome defensively for the Robins, gingerly walking off, and he's kind of grabbing that left leg left behind area almost.
And it looks like they are going to make a substitution with Archie Tires going off. And Jorge Loaiziga coming back on for the Robins. Hopefully hopefully it's nothing too serious for Archie. As play resumes here at Lansing Eastern Stadium.
Yeah, they're still checking him out on the sideline. Let's hope he's okay. Maybe talk to him after the game and really see exactly what transpired.
Victory with a chance, cutting back, puts it into the box. Just goes far right of the post. It'll be a goal kick.
Not only is that just unfortunate for Lansing Common and, of course, unfortunate for Archie Tires, but the rhythm and momentum that the Robins had built is now all kind of gone, and the pendulum is now in the middle after a long stoppage like that, regardless of what it's for. Super important when you have momentum to limit those stoppages and keep the game as choppy-less as possible. And now, unfortunately, a stoppage comes and Victory takes back over and is now going to try to control these ensuing 30 minutes or so.
Beautiful little 1-2 there, intercepted by Kevin Payne. Came in hard on the sliding tackle. Put down Adam Perlin. Victory throw, and the Robins have a chance to counter with it. Drew Leeds trying to find Antcliffe, the goal scorer. Plays into Leeds. He's got someone out wide if he sends it. He does. Victory able to recover. Looking to cut inside, still cutting inside. Blocked away by the number 21. Nady Omar still got a chance as the Robins regain possession. Keeps it in. Goes off of the foot of Perlin. It will be another corner kick for the Robins.
A nice defensive effort, though, by Malik Kashim earlier to prevent the pass to be completed to Omar, cutting up that right-hand side. But now we've got second corner of the contest for Lansing Common, trying to line things up.
Sends it into the box. Kevin Payne gets one head on it. Bodie Weidman still loose. Comes charging in. Goes off of the foot of Jorge. It'll be a throw.
At practice on Wednesday, Coach Sorg, it was a practice that mostly was dedicated to pressing. So all of the drills that these guys were doing on Wednesday were all about pressing and getting to the ball first. Now, a lot of the problems kind of in even the defensive half and in the final third when Lansing Common is trying to get that pass forward is because things are just not happening quick enough. The anticipation of the ball and then the first touch, as well as getting the ball off your foot, it all just needs to be just a touch faster.
And Victory looking to go a little faster. Curling ball. Jorge Loaiziga able to clear the danger, but throw coming in as Ali Zeba looking to go quick.
He had the goal early on for Victory and then had another chance that was just off the post of the left-hand side.
Put a ball into the box. Cleared with ease. Drew Leeds looking to push Palmer back into the game after he was substituted earlier with cramps. Quinn Scott able to cut it back into the middle, looking to send a Robin, no one on the end of it, into the feet of twos.
Archie Tires now off screen, but on the other end of the field with the trainer walking off a little less gingerly than earlier, not grabbing anything. So that is a good sign for Lansing Common.
Goes off Victory, throw in from Mason Winkle, and Kevin Payne sends it high into the Sunday afternoon sky. Liam Antcliffe gets dispossessed by Victory. Wraparound tackle, free kick coming. the number 8. Gets taken down by Liam Antcliffe. Second one in the matter of seconds. That will produce the first yellow card for the Robins. Free kick in a dangerous position.
See how they line this up or who takes it between Brian Palmer and Felipe Maya.
Maya plays it short to the number 8. He has time. Puts it in a curler. Saved by Lazaro Solis.
Solis, the Finlay Oiler. Down in Ohio is where he plays his college ball. Nice save there after replacing Jackson Kiska, who was the keeper in the first half for Lansing Common.
And Victory aren't done yet. Plays it into Ali Saba, and he's straight offside. Got a little too overeager on the run, trying to get in behind. Quinn Scott on it. He's getting all sorts of space. Jorge trying to find a fellow Robin. Victory able to intercept, but Robin's able to pounce on it.
Carlos Valbuena and Gabriel Saldana, the two substitutes getting ready to enter the game for the visitors. And then on the other side, Isaiah Ross is getting ready to check in for the Robins.
Andy Ignatovich trying to find the run from Drew Leitz. Unable to do it as those substitutions are about to make way. Fagan Roy looks like he's coming out
Victory FC substitutions in number 24.
for Valbuena.
Gabriel Saldana. And number 17, Carlos Valbuena. Replacing number 25, Fagan Roy, and number 14, Felipe Maya.
Felipe Maya
Substitution for Lansing Common in
coming out.
number 3, Isaiah Ross. Subbing out number 25, Kevin Payne.
Quinn Tews playing it over to Shingle Decker. Drew Leitz offering that pressing forward role. Gets the ball over to Quinn Scott. Isaiah Ross playing it back to Christian Trunk. Plays it to Liam Antcliffe. Switches it over to Nady Omar. Gets blocked off there momentarily.
Nice body control right there from Omar.
Jostling for possession. Goes off of Malik Casham, meaning a throw in for the Robins. Opportunities coming for the Robins, but an opportunity for Brian Lawrence, looking for support. Tries to get past Andy Ignatovich, goes down easily, and it goes right into the hands of Lazaro Solis.
He's frustrated there with the no call, but I agree. It didn't look like there was anything that warranted a whistle. You might be mad, but play goes on here at Eastern Stadium.
Isaiah Ross unable to find Nady Omar. Number 8 gets pushed down by Isaiah Ross, and it'll be a free kick. Brian Palmer stepping up, playing it over to the number 8. We still have not learned his name yet. Unable to find a Victory player, goes into the arms of Solis. Lazaro Solis playing with fire there.
Yeah, he cut it a little close on that one.
Ali Saba showing off the press, was able to get there with quite ease. Seems to have been a problem this afternoon, playing with fire. Liam Ancliffe gets striked in the face by Brody Shingledecker. Free kick coming for the Robins. No card produced despite contact to the head and neck area.
It sounded like a little Gene Steratore action right there. Josh, little
Yeah.
in-game refereeing. That's good stuff.
I'm a meteorologist and a rules expert.
Look at you. Gosh.
Brian Palmer kicks it out. It'll be a corner coming up for the Robins.
You know, just as an FYI to anybody watching, Josh is graduating from Michigan State University.
Yes.
He's going to be a senior, so whether you need somebody to talk about your weather, you need somebody to be an in-game official, a broadcaster, a journalist, the guy's got it all. Swiss Army knife, Joshua Lee.
You got to be a Swiss Army knife as a journalist at Michigan
Yeah,
State
yeah,
University. Got to
right.
be able to talk about it all.
Uh-huh.
Corner coming for the Robins. Ball played into the box. Unable to go. Victory looking for the long ball up to Ali Saba, but Andy Eknatovich is there.
Yeah, I just went to go figure out what number 8's name is, and not even the public address announcer could figure out or has access to number 8, but
Speaking of the number 8,
just going to say right on cue,
it's brought down for a foul.
the guy's got skills, so maybe he's the secret weapon that Victory uses to win the games that they've done
You could say
so
maybe,
far this year.
maybe it's Victory's secret weapon for victory.
It's true. It's true. It's true. But unfortunately,
We got puns.
unfortunately for them, they do have a losing record, so it hasn't really panned out the way that they wanted
True.
to.
True.
But you never know.
We got
Season's
puns
still young.
in the booth.
Season's still young.
Nady Omar on it, trying to get past the number 8.
He has just been fighting all half.
Yeah, no doubt.
Brian Palmer on it, just kicks it out with ease. And a throw-in coming for the Robins, bit perplexed by number 22's choice there. Omar plays it back to Ross. Miskicks it again, gets taken down by Christian Trunk. In the game's third yellow card, second for the Robins, goes to number 18, Christian Trunk.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate, guys, especially, you know, Jack, you were talking about it. Those little stoppages in momentum really add up to, you know, time on the clock, sure, but also they totally break up the kind of rhythm that any offensive attack was getting.
Quintus playing it up to the box. Ali Saba gets a hard contact from Jorge, no call. Ball played up to Drew Leeds, unable to control Brian Palmer. And Quintus will reset. Hard contact there on Olivier Poplowski, and he is down. And Jorge Loaizaga also down. That was a nasty collision between the two. Both holding their heads.
Well, we've got 4 players getting ready to check in for the Robins. That's Sekou Doumbouya, Sidi Barek, Zach Holden, who played in the first half and now is re-entering the game here, and then Cullen McKay, another first half player starter that's now re-entering in this second half, and we'll see who they replace here. And then number 3,
Bruno Alves.
for the visitors, Bruno Alves, not the famous Portuguese footballer, but Bruno Alves, who plays for Victory, enters the game. And now both him and Brian Palmer are playing at the same time. He came in to replace Brian Palmer, like Josh mentioned earlier, after he started cramping.
Number 5, Cullen McKay. Number
McKay,
17,
Doumbouya, Mbarek. And Holden coming back in.
City Mubarak.
The number 8 plays it up ahead to the 21, putting it into the box. Ali Seba! Beautiful reaction saved by Salace. Ball still loose. Pinged up. Salace is able to get up and grab it. Goal mouth scramble goes in favor of Lansing Common. City and Barak looking to get that goal mouth scramble to go the other way. Colin McKay trying to find Christian Trunk. Quinn Scott
Subbing in earlier for Victory FC, number 3, Bruno Elvis.
trying to show off the footwork on that far side, unable to get the final pass off.
And even earlier, yellow card shown to Lansing Common, number 18, Christian Trunk.
Jorge Loaiziga still in the game after that nasty collision. Ali Zeba looking to get on the end of this ball. Andy Ignatovich able to play it back to Lace, and he will boom it away. Dimboya plays it over to Isaiah Ross. Switches it to Mbarak. Tries to play it into the inside. Cut off. Mbarak gets it over to Saku Dimboya. Dimboya just gets the foot over the top of the ball. And we have a Victory FC player down. Looks like it's Gabriel Saldana.
He just came into the game moments ago.
And it looks like we're about to get a water break.
Good news for him is that he can just take a drink of water regardless. But
So, Michaela, we did this for the first water break, Jack and I. And it's a tradition that I started with previously Noah Stalker, where during this hydration break, we choose to talk about different sports going on. And Jack and I talked about the NBA Finals and the NHL Finals that are taking place. Would you like to give your take on that, or would you like me to go to a different sport? I'll go to a different sport. I'll go to a different sport. We'll talk about what is going on.
Spot here.
I am. That's the whole point of broadcasting.
That's what he said to me. He's like, I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Yes, I am. Let's talk about what's going on downtown in Detroit. What is happening with the Detroit Tigers? It is just a mess right now. Do you have any thought on the Detroit Tigers?
You know, I love the Tigers, Michigan, born and raised, just like the two of you. It's hopefully the Tigers are going to be able to turn things around. And I mean, I did watch the NBA Finals last night. I watched the Thunder lose. I love Jared McCain. I was very sad to see him go, but I know a lot of people don't like the Thunder very much.
That's what Josh said. Josh was like, oh, basketball was saved. And I said, that's up to your each individual's opinion.
Yeah, it is. It was I actually had to walk away from the Western Conference Finals last night because I was getting so frustrated with what I was watching.
I thought it was a great game. I do love myself some Jared McCain, too. He's a TikTok menace. And I admire his confidence. There's no way in the world that I could do half the things that he does and post it online, because I think that's just fantastic. So.
Agreed, but I think I had to walk away from the game because of some of the fouls that were being called. I had to walk away out of my mental health, otherwise I would have been frustrated.
Are you a big Spurs fan or just
I'm
anti-Thunder?
I'm just all about ethical basketball. That's my thought process as Bruno Valbuena on the ball as we're restarted. Jonah Caldwell into the game for the first time.
It's like actively rooting against the team or rooting for the other team.
Justin Vivier kicks it out for a corner kick coming for the Robins.
So you'd say you're an active fan against the Thunder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
I feel confident in saying that.
So often that happens in the world, whether it's, in sports and, relationships and politics and anything. You often find yourself rooting against rather than rooting for a specific side.
It was rooting for the Spurs because I just love Victor Wembanyama.
Okay, all right.
Corner ensuing. Down to Mason Winkle. Ball still loose, pinging around, and Quinn 2 is able to jump on it. looking to play it up ahead to Ali Seba. Hand fighting there, easy foul to be called from the official.
During the break, Lansing Common substitution
French Open is going on too.
That is
That's been
another
some
thing.
fantastic tennis. Liam Trudler and I have been in communication about the French Open. Of course, Mr. Trudler's in France right now.
For a study abroad program, thanks to Michigan State, Sekou Doumbouya fouls Carlos Valbuena.
World Cup starts in a couple of weeks, or maybe a week and a half. June 11th, I think, was the first game down
I
in
believe
Mexico
so.
City, South Africa and Mexico. That one's going to be electric. Here in North America, for the first time,
Since I believe 1994.
I was just going to say in my lifetime. So, you know.
Goes off the body of Christian Trunk. Throw in coming for victory.
Between 20 and 22 years is my lifetime, depending on who you ask.
Ball goes out for a throw in for victory.
Yeah, with 10 minutes to go.
We have a red card distributed.
I was just going to say that. With 10 minutes to go, this could be a massive swing of events.
Christian Trunk has been sent off.
He looks confused.
I'm a bit confused too, because it didn't seem like anything egregious to earn a second yellow.
But now this is a big moment here, because with 10 minutes and change left, Victory not only has started to build some momentum, but now they have a man advantage as well. So we'll see how this plays out. Coach Sorg talking to the official, trying to figure it all out down on the field. But Christian Trunk is going to flop down on the bench.
A veteran of this team, played every minute so far in this game. Sees the Robins down to 10 for the last 10 minutes. Ball goes out off the Robins. It's going to be a corner kick coming up for Victory FC.
Robins were shorthanded for over a half an hour against 1927 SC and were able to still score and tie the game at the end. And now in a 1-1 game, advantage other team again. Let's see what they can produce here at Eastern Stadium.
Jonah Caldwell able to clear the danger. Zach Holden on it. And Victory FC able to jump on it. Headed away by Andy Ignatovich. Plays it over to Malik Casham. Looking to attack at Jonah Caldwell. Plays it inside. Cleared away by Mason Winkle. And we have a corner kick coming up. Looks like we have a substitution coming in for the Robins. With Charlie Ahern coming back in.
Now seems like as good of a time as any to sub myself out here. So thank you very much, guys. Hopefully we'll join you next time.
Sure.
Thanks, Michaela, for joining us as the ball goes in. Ball's loose. And Ali Seba gets his second goal of the contest to put Victory on top 2-1.
Opportunity cashed in right there for the visitors. And man, that kid's been on fire all afternoon long. Dearborn native. Like I mentioned earlier, all conference in high school. So good is Ali Seba. And there again, making his name heard here and contributing to the now 2-1 lead for Victory. And they're in the driver's seat right now, unless the Robins can harness some late game magic like they did a game ago. And
Sidi Mbarak plays it inside, cleared away by Gabriel Saldana. A throw incoming. Interestingly enough, I forgot this with friendlies, they're not actually down to 10 men. The Robins have 11 on the field now.
I counted once he subbed back in, and I wondered.
Once Charlie Ahern come back in, I had to do a count. I'm like, is someone heading off, or it just means Christian Trunk we will not see him for the rest of the afternoon? Suku Dumboya trying to get his head on it, unable to do so. Mason Winkle trying to show off the skills, faked out Ali Saba, plays over to Andy Ignatovich. Isaiah Ross able to get on the end of it. Ali Saba playing it over to one of his teammates, looking for it back. Isaiah Ross. City and Barak plays it back to Ross, plays it out to Jonah Caldwell. Winkle finds Dumboya, but cleared away by Vivier. Ross able to intercept the pass from Valbuena. Quinn Scott. Charlie Ahern plays it inside to Dumboya. Whistled for offsides.
It's the second or third time that that's happened to Sekou Dumboya, and I believe it is the third.
Because we had two chances where we were questioning if he was offside on going from right to left. Now it's his first one going left to right.
And I was just going to say, the Robins are familiar with this position. Down a goal, late in the game. Of course, we'll see how much added time will take place in this one. Friendlies usually are cut a little bit shorter than the
we see a
6+ minutes granted in the game against 1927 SC, but a complete rehaul of the lineup out there for the visitors. 5 enter and 5 exit.
And out goes the 2 goal scorer Ali Saba.
16, Devon McHale.
Ball goes out. It will be a Robins throw.
Number 25, Fagan Roy.
Plays it into Charlie Ahern. Gets the ball back, looking to push it up to Dumboya. He's going to have to run after it. Bruno Alves goes out far side and goes out for a throw. Great opportunity here for the Robins if they choose to make it count.
And the visitors just okay with killing time, watching as much of it tick away as possible. But like I mentioned, Lansing Common has experience in this position, albeit not necessarily with the players that are on the pitch right now, but as a cohesive unit and as a team, they know what it's like to be down late and tie the game.
Andy Ignatovich tries to find either Sekou Dumboya or City and Barak, but Quinn Tews able to come out and claim it. 86 minutes gone at Lansing Eastern Stadium. Victory on top, 2-1. Thanks to Ali Saba's brace. But Charlie Ahern skins past the man. Looking for an overlapping Quinn Scott. Finds him. Numbers in the box in favor of the Robins. Quinn Scott puts it in. Brian Palmer able to get there. Quinn Scott able to jump back on it. Goes off his feet. It's a throw-in for victory. What could have been the best chance the rest of the afternoon for the Robins.
The fans not happy with the possession call. Heard some booing. Whether or not that's directed at the officials or to something else, but got 3 minutes left in regulation before added time will start, and Lansing Common needs to lock something in here.
City and Barak showing some skills. Jonah Caldwell coming up. Brian Palmer stepping in, goes out of play, hits off of the linesman, throw in for the Robins. Jonah Caldwell going quick, playing it over to Isaiah Ross, playing it over to Ignatovich. Quinn Scott. Looking up to Sekou Dumboya, just goes off. Out of target. Quinn Tews able to reset things. Booming kick from Tews. Will run out of play. Hard crunching challenge, no whistle there. Jonah Caldwell able to get there. Pedro Sa takes a shot from distance and goes wide and left.
Robins have to work quick here. So we are winding down what could potentially be the first blemish of the season in the loss column for Lansing Common.
Regardless of the result today, it will not affect their standings in Midwest Premier League play, as this is just a friendly. But it could shake confidence a little bit. Nadovich playing it into Isaiah Ross. Skins past the man beautifully. Playing it over to Jonah Caldwell on this near side.
And the next league game is only 4 days away, so a quick turnaround here for the Robins after playing this friendly. That's probably another reason why a lot of the players that you'd usually see in the starting lineup have made their way to the bench for the entirety of this contest. But a chance right now for the Robins if they get ahead of it quick.
City and Barak waiting for numbers in the box. Plays it inside, trying to find Saku Dumboya. And lasered out of play. Jonah Caldwell looking to go quick. Plays it into Mbarak. Trying to find Dumboya. Goes off Cullen McKay. Saku Dumboya able to get over there. Trying to find in Cullen McKay. Unable to do so. Ball still loose. Charlie Ahern trying to get on the end of it. Goes off a Victory FC player. Reaching, just about to hit the 90th minute coming. Charlie Ahern. Plays it over to Isaiah Ross. Well wide. And potentially the last opportunity for the Robins.
Yeah, I mean, you want to go quick in that situation, but not necessarily take a shot like that that has potential to waste some more time on the clock. And for Ross right there, that's not really the look you're thinking of. Wasting time right now and winding down are the visitors, and it looks like they will just settle and be content with this result if the official blows it dead momentarily.
Quinn Tews sends it long.
Substitution in number 13, Adam Perlin.
And 90 minutes have been reached here and counting at Eastern Stadium.
And Victory looking to add a third. Malik Casham just puts it wide of the left post. Goal kick coming. No indication of how much time is really left in the game. Lazaro Salais putting it up. Saku Dumboya has control. Releases City and Barak. Just keeps it in play. Instead goes out. And that is it. The first loss of the season for the Robins comes in a friendly to Victory FC as they fall 2-1 thanks to a brace from Ali Saba. Number 7, Liam Antcliffe was able to tie it. But Saba got his second of the game, giving Victory the victory.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, from start to finish, a lot of just slow, dreadful, choppy moments in the game for Lansing Common. A slow start resulted in an early goal for Ali Saba, like you mentioned, his first of 2. And then they kind of picked it up. At the end of the first half, a little bit better, more crisp passing. Beginning of the second half, fantastic stuff. Able to find the equalizer, like you mentioned, with Liam Antcliffe. Okemos native was able to tie the game at 1, but then, yeah, moments after, you saw the red card assessed to Christian Trunk, who exited the game, and then shortly after that, Victory was able to notch the go-ahead and game-winning goal to make the score 2-1. Favoring the visitors, and they do keep track of total records regardless of friendly or league play, so they're now 2-2-2 on the season in total games. And then Lansing Common, of course, suffers their first loss of the year, but does not affect the conference standings for the Midwest Premier League Great Lakes West. In 3 days, Lansing Common will travel down to Fort Wayne to take on 1927 SC in a rematch of the 1-1 draw that occurred here at the stadium a couple of weeks ago to try to get back on track on the win column and vault themselves potentially into first place in the league.
Yeah, completely. Dink to confidence potentially, but still the entire season ahead of them. Robins fall on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, 2-1 to Victory FC. Special thanks to Scott Oberlander for running the broadcast for us, for me and Jack. For Jack, for Michaela, and for everybody here at Lansing Common FC, thanks for joining us this afternoon. We'll be back this coming Saturday for my first league game, for your, I believe, second I believe.
If I can make it, there's some controversy, but we will see.
But
we will see.
Thank you again for joining us for this afternoon. Robins fall 2-1. We will see you next Saturday.